And here we go. What's going on, YouTube? JT Reborn here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC Comics Solicitations videos. Sorry I'm a little bit late on this thing. It's like after 11. I had some other videos that got out of the way, but now it's time for me to finally sit down and talk about the DC Solicitations for May 2023. I know I try and get these things out pretty quickly, but sometimes life gets in the way. So let's go ahead and run through this thing. I'm currently on this CBR website, which is having difficulty loading these solicitations. Normally, Newsarama is kind of the go-to one I go to, but I didn't see them really share a link for the solicitations this month on Twitter. For whatever reason, it's kind of a pain, but yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about this because they just struggle to load. I also hate trying to read the solicitations on my phone too, because just trying to look at it always seems to crash time and time again, but yeah, so a couple of different series have been kind of announced to kind of go off. We got Brave and the Bold, which obviously they're going to make a Brave and the Bold movie. We also have Titans from Tom Taylor, which was pretty much a given if you read his Nightwing book, which issue 100 I felt like would have been a little bit more impactful, but now we're going to get his Titans run because the Justice League is no more, because apparently after a whole Crisis event, the last thing we need are the Justice League, which I still think is kind of dumb. I mean, the Titans kind of take center stage more, but just to have them replace the Justice League entirely, but it's just kind of dumb. Like, why replace the Justice League? Wouldn't it be better to have more heroes on standby, especially post Lazarus Planet, where all sorts of new villains and threats are popping up? Doesn't make sense to me. The Teen Titans are ready to grow up. Each member had joined as a much younger hero, certain that one day they'd be invited to join the Justice League, but the time has come for them to not join the League, but to replace it. Are the no longer teen heroes ready for the big leagues? Danger lurks around every corner as the heroes and villains alike challenge the new team before they've begun. Will the DCU ever be the same? How many times have we heard, will the DCU ever be the same? Like, can we just omit this entirely from solicitations anymore? It's just kind of a thing that bothers me. Find out in this landmark first issue, brought to you by All-Star creative team of Tom Taylor and Nicola Scott. Nicola Scott's artwork's pretty good. Tom Taylor can be very hit or miss at times. Sometimes when he's good, he's very good. When he's bad, yeah, it can be 10 of things. I am glad we're getting a Titans book. I think it's good, but I don't know. We'll see how this thing turns out. I hope good things, but it could go the way of Son of Kal-El or some issues of Nightwing, so we'll just have to wait and see. But next up is Shazam #1 by Mark Waid, art and cover by Dan Mora. Okay, these two working together, always a great sign. The artwork in World's Finest is fantastic. It seems this is what Mark Waid's going to be doing next, post Batman vs. Robin, which, looking at these solicitations, because Batman vs. Robin is supposed to have like some sort of big, huge ending in it. I noticed Damian has been absent from every solicitation posts for like the past 3 months, unless you count DC's, but now that that's ending, I haven't seen him in anything. And there's been I feel like they're keeping that as like a big secret, because apparently what's going to happen in Batman vs. Robin will be some sort of big spoiler, but I don't know what it is, because if say the character died, you'd think the other solicitations would reflect that, but it's being very mysterious about it, so there's got to be some sort of big thing that happens in that issue, but only time will tell. But anyways, so yeah, Mark Waid, Dan Mora, World's Finest creative team, working on a Shazam book. I think this could be really good, so good timing. So this is for me. Green Lantern #1. This is by Jeremy Adams, spinning on the events of Dark Crisis. Jeremy Adams is really good on The Flash. Like I said, some pretty good stuff on the way. There's also a John Stewart backup written by Phil Kennedy Johnson. I think we definitely needed a fresh start for Green Lantern. I think I may check this thing out, because it's been a while since I've really read anything Green Lantern, so there's that. And then here's the other big one, Batman, the Brave and the Bold. I like this cover of Rose. I think this looks pretty cool. I might put that in the thumbnail. But anyways, Tom King, Ed Brisson, Christopher Cantwell, and Dan Mora. Dan Mora is actually doing art and drawing on this thing too, so I think that's pretty good. Coming off the spectacular success of Batman One Bad Day, Riddler, the Eisner Award-winning team of this, bloody clash between the Joker and the Batman, so we got that one. Everyone's going to be talking about it, of course. The Justice League may be gone, but the enemies aren't. Who will protect the world from the worst of the worst? Ed Brisson, just to talk about this. Special Director Bones. So yeah, this is the start of this thing. This is basically replacing Urban Legends, but we're calling it the Brave and the Bold. Superstar artist Dan Mora makes his writing debut, kicking off a new series of Batman black and white short stories in a Gotham City overrun by the... Why do we need black and white? Just put some color in it. There we go. Bat costume hero of urban legend. Okay, so we'll have to see who that is. In the Order of the Black Lamp, Part 1 from writer Christopher Carnell. Superman finds a decoder ring with a secret message, "Save me," which sends him on a quest to solve the mystery of ties to the Man of Steel's past. Okay, this is Batman Brave and the Bold. Why is Superman on a focal point there? We'll have to see. Cyborg #1. Okay, cool. Let Victor Stone get a Cyborg solo thing. I think he deserves it. He's been a character long-standing at DC for a while, and he hasn't had a solo, I think, since the start of DC Rebirth, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't think that lasted all that long. When a family emergency brings Cyborg back home to Detroit, Victor Stone surprisingly finds himself enjoying his return to the simpler life where everybody sees him for who he really is and always was, rather than as a larger-than-life superhero. It's been a while since Vic's been able to lower his guard and seek a purpose outside of being Cyborg 24/7. But a lot has changed in Detroit, which, obviously, while Victor's been away, an aggressive new company has turned the Motor City into an overlocked engine for revolutionary artificial intelligence, and no one knows better than Cyborg, the technological. Okay, if they're gonna make this like RoboCop with the Omni Corporation, I just did a vlog or a live stream with Nick Jackson's channel, which you can go ahead and check out on my community tab, where we just talked about RoboCop and obviously going to Detroit and all that stuff, and the Omni Corporation kind of running things. I don't know, like I thought that was kind of funny. I'm just making me think that Spirit World #1. This is something that I mentioned in my Lazarus Planet comic book review this week, that they were going to be doing a Spirit World book, which is going to be a 6-issue miniseries written by Alyssa Wong. As you can see, Lazarus Planet, Dark Fate, a new Chinese hero emerges, is able to travel to and from the Spirit World. Like I said, this one has potential to be pretty cool. So it's going to have Cassandra Cain, Xanith, I think that's how you pronounce it. Their weapon of choice is a large broadsword, because who doesn't love a big sword when you can choose a big sword? Okay, like I said, some sort of manga influence. Spirit World making me think of Yu Yu Hakusho, and you add John Constantine to that. So I think that could be a fun team. Next up is The Vigil, also spinning out of the events of Lazarus Planet, because Lazarus Planet, most of the side stuff is just about setting up other stuff for DC and not really adding to the overall Lazarus Planet storyline. It's just like, oh, hey, we had some of these other things, and this will set the stage of the next phase of DC, which, what's in Dark Crisis going to do that? I don't know. But, yeah, so this is The Vigil. This one's written by Ram V. This is going to be a 6-issue miniseries as well. The shipping, who are the Vigil? The shipping vessel Eastwind was taken captive by pirates off the coast of Thailand 24 hours after the crew had been taken hostage before communications had been established or on demands made. The crew reported an intervention by a group of unknown individuals. Amid other bizarre claims by the crew are reports of an individual who changed his appearance at will, and a woman who seemingly dodged bullets. Once the pirates were taken out, no attempts were made at rescuing the crew. There have been long rumors of rogue metahumans targeting weaponized illegal technology, with some hinting that they call themselves the Vigil. What were they after? What did they intervene? Why did they intervene? Are there metas among us? Stay tuned for more. You are being watched. Oh, okay, who the hell is watching me? Then we have City Boy, which is another 6-issue miniseries spinning out of the events of Dark Crisis and that, about the character City Boy and his abilities. I kind of mentioned this in one of the Dark Crisis time reviews. Batman number 135/900. Okay, like 900, is this just like other random solo Batman titles? This isn't Detective Comics. So, I don't know. Like, sometimes with these titles and numbering, it gets confusing. Am I right? Because we started this, but does that include the annuals? Does that not? I don't know. Numbering in DC Comics doesn't make sense. Because is it really like, let's say, for instance, you're covering, like, Detective Comics on issue 1000, whatever. But there's other things that are connected to Detective Comics, like the annuals, but those aren't numbered. So is that really the 1000th issue? I don't think so. But, okay. It's Batman versus Red Mask. You know, Chip Zdarsky's run, it's kind of losing steam for me. We'll see how it goes. This is kind of like a special edition cover right here. Look at that. Wait a minute. What? Oh, I thought that was Batgirl for a second. But, oh, there you go. There's the other Robins on there. It's Batman versus Red Mask in a brutal Gotham that's never known hope. Can the Dark Knight overcome the terrifying infection that Red Mask has unleashed? Only one thing is certain: he won't be able to do it alone. The conclusion of the best-selling The Batman of Gotham is so big it can only be contained in an oversized number 900 anniversary issue featuring the return of fan artist Jorge Jimenez, a wild collection of guest stars full of wild revelations, and a new path for Batman. This is one issue you won't want to miss. Okay, so we'll see what this backup is. Ooh, the Power Girl special, number 1. So it looks like there's just a single special said about Power Girl and her new powers that she got in the events of Lazarus Planet, and she still has her boobs hanging out here, which is always fun, as we all know. Green Arrow number 2 of 6. Why this is only 6 issues is beyond me. Like, I feel like Green Arrow should be more than 6. It should at least be a year. I mean, hell, we have all these other, like, I Am Batman got like 18 issues, but Green Arrow only gets like 6. I think that's ridiculous. I just picked that as a random example. Like, just Green Arrow only 6 issues. Come on, at least give him like 12 issue miniseries. Because it's been so long since we had like hit my microphone right there. It's been so long since we had like an ongoing Green Arrow book. I mean, I really like the Rebirth run by Ben Percy, and then once he left, we kind of just got some other random issues, and then it was just kind of done. So Green Arrow is alive. Well, yeah, but where the hell is he? That's what Roy Harper and Black Canary want to know, and their search takes them to the bowels of Bel Rev, but they'd better hurry. The stranded Ira Queen and other lost member of the Green Arrow family are both being hunted by a brand new villain called Troublemaker. Yep, Williamson is once again introducing more new original characters because we just don't have enough right now. Like, I mean, he just seems to add in a lot of new characters every single run, which, I understand, but I kind of want to see for a Green Arrow book, because we haven't had one in a few years, kind of utilize what we have, but, it is what it is. You got to introduce new characters at some point, but I don't know. Nightwing and the Titans. So, yeah, I mean, with Nightwing, if we're already getting a Titans book, do we need Nightwing and the Titans in Nightwing? But I guess so. Nightwing and the Titans realize the only way to save Olivia is to go to hell, seeing how ineffective punching was when he last confronted Neron's demons. Nightwing is temporarily powered up by magic in order to make it through the depths of hell alive, literally. Then in the backup, Nightwing and John Kent find important clues to who's behind the circus murders, and that person may be connected to Dick Grayson. So Tom Taylor is writing a lot of stuff right now. He's doing this, he's doing Titans, he's doing Superboy, John Kent, which is crossing over with Injustice, which actually does have me kind of intrigued. I'll be kind of honest there. Like, what? Why are we bringing back Injustice into the main universe? I kind of like that it was an Elseworld, but will this affect the video games? I don't know. Introducing Kryptonite Claw. This is also by Joshua Williamson. I will be picking up the Superman book. I don't know if I'll be reviewing it necessarily, but I do want to read it. Superman is vulnerable to kryptonite. What happens when other dangerous superhumans are exposed to it? If Superman wants to stop Metropolis' newest enemies, he must uncover Lex Luthor's secret past. Spoiler alert, he had hair. Dun 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 dun. Action Comics number 1055, written by Philip Kenny Johnson, Dan Jurgens, Dorota Quick. AAPI Heritage Month cover by Bernard Chang. So we got all this other stuff. Superman's true name has been revealed. The cyborg Superman, Hank Henshaw, everything in Super Family, has built stands at a knife's edge. Superman and Mattel become the unlikeliest of allies as they hunt for Mattel's missing sister. Can they prevent the inevitable devolution of Mattel's mind and body long to save their sisters? Next up, once again by Tom Taylor. God, he's got 3 books this month. Wow. Issue 3 of 6. This is just a mini-series. Adventures of John Kent, number 3. John Kent arrives on Earth he's never seen, the world of injustice. While Kal-El rules this world in seemingly peace, why does everyone John meets fear the S symbol on his chest? And why is Batman public enemy number 1? John has to pick a side, and the consequences make either choice a dangerous one. Dun dun dun. Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow. So yes, we get the Connor Kent 6-issue miniseries. And you know what, maybe on the side note, maybe all these miniseries, at least it won't overstay its welcome. It's a quick story arc, and then we kind of move on to the next thing. So, excuse me. Connor Kent is captured by the young space adventure team, the Cosmoteers, on a mission to stop Dominator X. These former experiments believe Superboy is just another weapon created by the cloning mad scientist. It'll take all of Connor's charm to convince them he's one of the good guys, or it's lights out for Superboy. Unstoppable Doom Patrol number 3. Okay, so this is going to be a 6-issue miniseries. I thought it would be longer, but okay, another 6 issues, and then we switch to the next thing. I guess that's going to be their next thing, so that way people are like, oh, well, it's only 6 issues, I can collect that. So, hey, maybe it'll work for them in the long run, so, or maybe not. Harley Quinn number 30. I'm surprised the series is still going on. I kind of lost interest in reading this particular book, so I just, don't have much interest. New Talent Showcase, the Milestone Initiative. So, okay. So this is a bunch of new talent trying to showcase their stuff. It's 112 pages. Looks like it's just going to be specifically Milestone focused. And we'll have to wait and see. And again, we got Static Shadows of Dakota number 4. Batman White Knight presents Generation Joker number 1. I have not read any of the White Knight stuff, to be honest. So I don't know how it really is. Probably just going to avoid it. But yeah, Peacemaker tries hard, number 1. So yes, Peacemaker is getting his own little series right here. We are currently on a break for Peacemaker Season 2 while they kind of set the stage for other DC comic shows going on. Suicide Squad, Kill Arkham Asylum, number 1. This is a 5-issue lead up to the events of Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. It's just a bit of a prequel right here. Excuse me, I'm kind of yawning. I'm a bit tired. It's getting close to midnight. I've been up for several hours now. The Same Universe, Nightmare Country, The Glass House, number 2. Batman and the Joker, The Deadly Duo, number 6. The Sandman, Morpheus, Helm, Masterpiece Edition, Human Target Volume 2. Batman vs. Robin, which is going to tell the whole thing. Spinning on the events of this. Okay, it says it's only 248 pages, so it doesn't tell you everything that it collects necessarily. I think, is that really it? I feel like, no, we had some more down here, so let's keep going. A lot of box sets. Ugh, those Teen Titans, Robin, Beast Boy, Raven books are not good. A DC's box set, $100, 760 pages. Dun 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 dun. DC's Unkillables, Dead Planet, You Hope at World's End, War of the Undead Gods. This actually might be a pretty cool box set to get if you can get the entire thing in one thing. Batman Ninja Turtles. Is this the tiny one? Oh yeah, this was a really good series. I highly recommend reading it. So it was really good stuff. I wish they'd do another Turtles crossover. Okay, Batgirls number 18. I like this cover of Babs here with the purple and that. The Saints are back. Well, one of them is, and he's out for revenge on the Batgirls by putting Mr. D, Alicia Yo, and all the other friends in danger. Turns out they have a history from long before the Saints, and no one holds a grudge longer than a man scorn. Is it enough to run the Batgirls out of town? Batman Fast Mail Edition. Batman Incorporated number 8. I actually kind of stopped reading this thing. I might have to go back and check it out again. What's Batman without the Joker? Now, I don't know. Why does Batman get to have Batman? Why does Batman get to have Batman all over the world when the Joker only has Gotham? Well, because he's Batman. That's why. Well, the end of Batman's global monopoly is approaching. The Joker is here to disrupt the enterprise with the launch of Joker Incorporated. Oh, yay, more Joker. Australia gets a Joker. China gets a Joker. England gets a Joker. Australia gets a Joker. Argentina gets a Joker. France gets a Joker. Everyone gets a Joker. Holy shnikes. More Joker stuff. It's just what we need. Batman the Adventures continues. Alan Burnett and Paul Dini. I probably should be reading this stuff because of my love for the Batman the animated series, but I just don't really get around to reading them. Okay, World's Finest. Right here. Well, this is a cool looking cover. Let's take a look at this. I like it. New issue of World's Finest coming out this week. Years ago, Professor Anthony Ivo built Amazo, a killer android who could duplicate the powers of the Justice League, but now an even deadlier android stalks the DC universe. Ultra Morpho, able to transform into any element, including kryptonite. Ultra Morpho can kill Batman, Superman, Robin, and Metamorpho in one fell swoop, but who created him? What does he work for? What was he done to Will Magnus, inventor of Metal Man? I don't know, but it should be cool. Black Adam number 11 by Christopher Priest. Catwoman number 55 is still going on, surprisingly. Fresh out long as we make new movies. You want to be working this? Okay. Danger Street number 6 of 12. Yeah, this gets a 12-issue thing, but no Green Arrow 12-issue series. Dark Knights of Steel number 11 of 12. Oh, God, another Tom Taylor book. Man, this guy just never stops writing, does he? I actually have not read Dark Knights of Steel at all. I just didn't really have much interest in it. DC Ruby number 4 of 7. They're making an animated movie based on it, so that's cool, I guess. I never watched Ruby or really read anything about it, so I have no idea. Okay, so we're still in the Orgham storyline. Batman arrives to the new Orgham grounds, which should be the ruins of Arkham Asylum. Investigate what Orgham's been hiding directly underneath the land that ties to Gotham Century Banking the existence of Batman. Then, in the back up, Gordon investigates the reason Starro can't be near Batman, and they find out the difficult way. Oh, I guess that's that strange, weird character that shows up in this book. Fables number 160. This thing is still going on. Icon versus Hardware number 4. Justice Society of America number 6. Is this like a mini-series, or is this just an ongoing by Jeff Johns? I don't know. I like the artwork right here on the covers. The Hunters and the JSA collide with Stargirl and the Lost Children. As this new group tries to find footing, how will they handle coming face-to-face with a group of psychics they didn't realize existed? What does this mean for Jay Garrick as he meets his daughter Judy for the first time? Be sure to pick up this tie-in to the Dawn of DC. Oh boy. Looney Tunes number 272. I've still never seen this in my local comic book shop. But I still love Looney Tunes. Mad Magazine's still here. Multiversity Harley screws up the DCU number 3. Harley's doing her things. And there you go. Poison Ivy, issue number 12. Is this the final issue of it, or are they going to keep going after this? As penalized with the face. Okay. Superman Lost number 3 by Christopher Priest. Okay, there's that. Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries number 8. The Flash number 798. So we're almost to the Flash number 800 by Jeremy Adams. Tragedy befalls the West family, which uncovers mysteries that will take our favorite surprise guest up the mission to save the family. Just terrific. All the other things. Jeremy Adams is a pretty talented writer. I like some of his Flash stuff, so it's worth checking out. Uncovering the truth about what happened to their third child, Wally and the team must infiltrate the dangerous compound known as the Nest in hopes of saving their newborn while battling the formidable Granny Goodness. The Joker, the man who would stop laughing. This is kind of the continuation of the Joker book, which is basically just a Jim Gordon book. I have not read this thing at all, nor do I really have much interest in it, per se. It seems like Joker actually has more of a plot point in this thing, the other Joker book, but there you go. The Sandman Universe, Dead Boy Detectives number 6. Tim Drake Robin number 9. Batwoman's got blood on her hands. Familiar enemy rears their heads and creates a rift between her and Robin. Do we really know what we're capable of? Okay. Waller versus Wildstorm number 2. And then we have Wildcats number 7. Also Rosenberg Wonder Woman 799. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this month's DC comic book stuff. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming out this month. World's Finest is still going to be my top read for sure. Titans number 1 is the big one. It's been a while since we had just a solo Titans, because we had Titans and Teen Titans at the start of DC Rebirth. I thought the Teen Titans Rebirth was a little bit better up until what's the event I'm looking for? Justice League No Justice. That's where DC really went tanked, because they kind of screwed up everything that was going well at the start of Rebirth, and I think it was Dan Didio and whoever was involved just took all the goodwill of Rebirth and just turned it on its head, and then it went kind of down a little bit in the stinker. So yeah, Titans number 1's here. I hope it's good. We'll have to wait and see, because this Nightwing and Son of Kal-El were all just going to be kind of like layered over each other, connected for a while. So, and then of course Tom Taylor's doing his Dark Knights of Steel, but they're all going to kind of be like that for a while. So I hope it's good. I'm going to be a little cautious about it. I will be covering it on the channel, I'm sure. So, yeah, and then, yeah, I apologize. I'm kind of yawning and sleeping. I'm kind of, Green Lantern could be good. I may check that one out. Superman I'll probably check out. Maybe Brave and the Bold as well. I don't know. I kind of part of me just doesn't want to, get into covering more Batman books, because there's just so many of them. So, yeah, like I said, there's some interesting ones potentially here. World's Finest is my number 1 go-to. I'll still be covering Nightwing. Superman, I'm sure I'll be reading too. So, I mean, there's a few titles here that look kind of interesting, but I want something that gets me really excited. And really, it just kind of seems like World's Finest is that go-to one. So, we'll just have to kind of wait and see how it all plays out. But, anyways, those are my thoughts on this month's solicitations. If you have any thoughts on them, let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content. Hit that bell for notifications. That's going to wrap it up for the May solicits. There are some noticeable things that I see are kind of absent, Batman vs. Robin is supposedly supposed to end this month, right? But it's still kind of a big mystery what's going to happen in that book. So we'll see how that affects things afterwards. Because like I said, Damian's kind of a big mystery with his role post... because I haven't seen him in any solicitation, because he was at the forefront of for so many months, and now it just doesn't seem to be in anything other than a variant cover for Batman. But I don't know what else is up next, so we'll have to wait and see how that ends and Lazarus Planet kind of ends and how it all just unfolds together. So I assume by June we should know some big stuff. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on this month's May's DC solicitations. Post your comments down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, all that other fun stuff. And yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. As always, take care now. Bye bye. Then see you all in the next video. Yada yada yada. Fun. Take care now. TTFN. I don't know how to end this thing other than see you later. Bye bye.